I'm back. So I'm actually here to start my first video of Bookmas. Now, my goal for Bookmas is to do 25 videos over the course of the month, wrapping up and setting up my reading year. So the first video you guys are going to see is my TBR for December. Now, I am hoping that I can do 25 videos in a row and be quick and prompt and on time, but if I miss a day here or there, it's just because I'm not vlogging as much as I should. So that's really what the thing is. I'm filming this a little bit early. I'm filming this a couple of days. I'm trying to film a lot of videos in a row, so if you see me in the exact same ensemble, it's fine. But we are going to do our December TBR. I am going to play my TBR game that I normally play, and I'm going to kind of solidify it a little bit more for the start of the year and kind of connect it to more things. But we're going to play the same exact game that I want to play and I have been playing, but I don't think I'm participating in any like real readathons. So when we get to the readathon section, I'm just going to talk about my plans that I have, and yeah, and I might do like, because this is not going to be everything I'm reading, so I might do like another video like at the 10 before the end of the year that I want to read and kind of tack that onto this. I don't know, but I just want to film the video so I like have it, and then we're gonna start Bash in January with the new readathon and all that other fun stuff. So first thing I always do is I choose my focus for the month, and I'm going to attach a graphic here. Roll my dice and show you what it is. Ooh, it is a 5. So that focus is ooh, okay, that is interesting. That is YA fantasy, which actually fits in really well for one of my Goodreads Choice Awards vlogs. So I'm going to go roll how many books I need to read, and then I'm just going to pull them from that category. So we have 5. That's category 5, which is YA fantasy, which is always my goal. Haven't done the best job this year, so I am going to roll again and tell you how many books I have to read for those prompts. 4. Okay, 4. Not bad, not bad. All right, I'm gonna go kind of figure out what that is, what that looks like, and then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna show you the 4 YA fantasy books that are a part of the Goodreads Choice Awards that I need to read before January 1st. Actually, like, have some options. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a vlog of the books that like I was really excited to read, even if they didn't get chosen for the final 5. Some of them are sequels and I'm not going to read those, but one is. So I think I'm going to put Air on my TBR. I really wanted to read this. I think it's perfect. I have such a pretty edition. So, and this is quite chunky too, but Fairy Loot books are always like a bigger font. So I'm going to put Air on my TBR, which is very, very massive. It also didn't make the final, but I'm going to put Immortal Dark by Tisha Grima on my TBR because I have another really, really pretty edition and I would love to read it. And it is vampires, and vampires are in this season of life. So I'm gonna add this one to my TBR. And then I also have Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drew. I have no idea what this is about, but this is like one of the only arcs I won at Comic-Con. Like, you had to do a password and I got it. So I got the arc of it at Comic-Con, so I'd love to read this one. Came out relatively quickly, so I'm shocked that it actually made it. It must be super popular. But yeah, I'm gonna put this one on there. And then I also have to read The Reckless and Powerful by Lauren Roberts. And I really like Powerless when I read it. So yeah, I'm going to read these 2. So that will be my little YA stack that I'm going to put on there. And again, I'm probably going to do other vlogs connected to the Goodreads Choice Awards, but that's where we are. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is we have to pick the Game of Chance prompt. So I'm gonna roll again, and I'm just gonna roll some prompts. I honestly have books on my like cart that just are there, so if I can like leave some of them on there, I probably am just gonna leave them on there, and then I'm just gonna kind of show you guys what's still on my cart. But we're gonna roll first. 1. Okay, well, you know what, that's okay. I'm gonna do 1 Game of Chance prompt. So I will have put the graphic at some point, but I will show you guys that in this. So ooh, a 2020 Owl Crate. I'm just going to be an Owl Crate book. So these are, one of these is Owl Crate or Fairy Loot. Let me see if I can find another Owl Crate book that I want to read. I have a lot of options. Let me go see if I can find like an Owl Crate one that I want to read. All of them, but like let's go see if one of like is catching my fancy. Alright, so I'm just gonna, for some reason I didn't put Fairy Loot, but I'm just gonna make it be a book box, and I'm gonna read The Undermining of Twyla and Frank by Megan Bannon, and I'm gonna toss this on my TBR card because I do want to read it. It is a special edition, and I would like to know if I'm gonna get book 2, but I really do book 3 because they're probably gonna have a pre-order coming up relatively soon. So I'm gonna toss this on there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go kind of set up my TBR card, because the rest of it is just kind of what I want to read before the end of the year, like what I'm motivated to read. So yeah, let me go get that all organized, and then I'll come back and we'll chat about what is still going to be on my TBR. There will be a lot of things, and honestly, like a lot of these may not like be announced because I'm probably going to be reading a bunch for a bunch of different projects, but I will talk kind of what some projects might potentially be. In this mini section, I do have a lot of lists that I make throughout the year, and honestly, this year was probably the worst for lists because this year was a bit chaotic and a bit a mess, but I'll go into that in my wrap-up of the year. But I do have 3 books that I'm still interested in reading that are on my self-destruct list, so I would like to make somewhat of a progress on this and do a vlog about them. So I have A Fair and Wilder Magic by Allison Saft, and honestly a lot of this is stuck in here because this was a Wednesday Books title and I was not allowed to read them for a vast part of the year, so it just was like kept getting pushed. But I have read other stuff by Allison Saft and haven't enjoyed it as much, but I have heard really good things about this book. So this one is one that is going to be a net self-destruct TBR. I'm going to make another self-destruct TBR as well. I also have Padelin's Grace by T. Kingfisher. I have the audio of this as well. So I have read stuff by her this year, but I just have not got around to this one, and I would like to. So, and then this book I've had so long, like I literally had this so long, but I want to read The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell because that was also on my like TBR list. So those are the one vlog project I do have potentially to work through. But now we're going to talk about just a couple of other books that I would love to read. Another vlog idea I have is just to read books that have been hyped up by people or chatted about by people. I'm not saying all of these are like going to be hits, but they're just books I've heard a lot of people talking about. I want to read The Songbird of Heart of Stone by Carissa Broadbent. I got this from my friend Kelly. She gifted me her ARC, and I would like to make some progress considering I just finished the other duology, and I just like have been filled with the main character in this, so I would like to read this relatively quickly. I haven't heard a lot of people talking about this, but I would like to read it. Also, this is a romantasy book, so it is in that category, but The Games God Play by Abigail Yeomans I really do want to read, and it may pop in that romantasy vlog that I want to do, but this is a book that like I have heard people chatting about, so I would like to read it. And then these are the 2 that like could potentially make my best books of the year list. So I'm gonna definitely do a vlog. I'm trying to catch up on like all the videos that I have behind on, but I know that people have loved House of Bane and Blood by Alexis Elmenard, and this is a book someone gifted me, so I might try to read this for like a booktuber choose my top reads. And then also Fear the Flame by Olivia Rose Darling. Now I've heard such mixed things. I know Cassidy loved it. I know that Tori from Tori's Novel Life loved it. I know Mel and her Patreon didn't really love it, so I'll be curious to see where that I lie with this, but I do want to read it because I've heard mixed things. So those are the 2 like vlog plot. Well, that's like a vlog project that I have to read some like, you know, very like anticipated books that like people have chatted about that I would like to read. My other vlog project that I have is to read some of my most anticipated YA books, my ARCs that I got from Comic-Con. And I'm going to toss these on here. I have The Otherwhere Post by Emily J. Taylor, which I would love to read. I have Brood with Love by Shelley Page. And I have A Language of Dragons by S.F. Williamson. So I would like to do a vlog about that as well. Maybe towards the end of the month and like count it for 2025. And then these are just books that like have been on my TBR, but they haven't really fit for anything. So they're books that just have been kind of hanging around my TBR cart that honestly I would like to include and get read. The 13th Child by Erin A. Craig I really do want to read, and if I love it that much, I might even get the pretty edition. Our Wicked Histories by Amy Goldstein, which I do want to read. This is an arc that came out in July, and I haven't got around to it, but it seems perfect. The Monstrous Kind by Lydia Gregorowicz is another book that I heard about from Comic-Con and just have not got around to it. We have a couple of Rick Riordan Present books. We have It Waits in the Forest and The Dark Becomes Her. Again, some books that like I've just wanted to read and they just haven't fit for anything. And then also I have Witchwood by Kayla Josephine, which is another series wrap-up blog that I could do. And then we have Can't Spell Treason Without Tea, which I am dying to read this book. And then also One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, which I can toss in that vlog about people reading books that people loved, because everyone has really, really liked this book. And also The Stars Are Dying by Clancy Pendrum. I've heard really, really mixed things, and I've tried to read this already and I have failed, but I have such a pretty edition, so I really hope that I like it. So yeah, I'm going to try to put all this stuff on my cart. And then we're going to go through my Christmas romances that I still have that I would love to read before the end of the year. And then we're just going to chat a little bit else about the plan. So I'll be back once I have those all on my cart. The last little like TBR or planned vlog I could do is a little bit of a Christmas reading vlog. I am in the middle of one, and that's probably going to go up like quicker than normal. But I would love to do another vlog as we inch closer to Christmas. So I have Wrapped Up with a View by Lily Vale, which is one that I got when I was in Charleston at the bookstore. I also have quite a few Christmas arcs from ALA that I would love to get, because then I'm going to have to wait till next year and they're probably not going to get read. So I have these 4, I think, that are all Christmassy. One is Only for the Holidays, which is a love hypothesis to meet the holiday and the fake dating about a city girl and a country boy whose lives collide at Christmas. And this came in October. So I haven't actually heard anyone talk about this one. So I also got I'll Be Gone for Christmas by Georgie K. Boone. And this came out in October. Fans of the Holiday comes a Christmas White House rom-com debut in which finding yourself and finding love go hand in hand. I also got Make My Wish Come True by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Dedrick. This is 12 Days of Fake Dates, 2 Holidays, and 1 Chance to Convince Everyone They Are in Love. I really want to read this one. And then I also have The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter. This is Knives Out and a rom-com twist, Christmas romance mystery. So I might try to see if the audio is available, because that's how I listened to Blonde Identity, and I did enjoy it. And then here are just 2 that are like winterish. So I may save them for like the winter, but like if I have a little bit of time. One is The North is the Night by Emily Rath. And I thought this was coming out in January, but I think it's actually coming out in 12/17. And this is like a God's romantasy. I don't know if it's Why Choose, but I want to read this book. It's just quite hefty, so I don't know how realistic that is. And then the last like wintry book is The Bitter End by Alexis Dawn. And I really did like her Pretty Dead Queen series. And this one is all set in like a winterish setting. So yeah, that is my potential December TBR. I would love to do a Romantasia vlog. I would love to do like a series vlog. I would love to do a bunch of stuff. But really, I just want to prep myself up for success in 2025, which, you know, is the issue. So yeah, that is where we are. I do not know what this vlog, but honestly, I am just happy that I'm making a TBR and it's prepped. And now I'm going to go film my like 1,000 other videos I have to. But let me know in the comments, what are your goals? I would love to know, and I'll talk to you guys later.